Hello, Gemini. Thank you for tuning in to your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Lelima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I'm going to do relationship first, single second. Oracle cards come out where needed. And let's start with you for the relationship, of course. Two. Strength. You got strength at the bottom. There's like a weird side situation going on here. You got strength here, but I feel like whatever you're dealing with, I feel torn. I feel like you're not so much torn, but like almost like there's people pulling in different ways, and it's kind of like stretching you out, and it's just kind of like it's making you run a little thin, spreading you a little thin. There we go. Maybe we'll get to it sooner or later. There's this whole situation here outside of your relationship, and I don't feel like you're talking about it, but it's affecting you to the point where it's definitely affecting your relationship. Not yet for that. Okay. So your partner seems to feel everything is fine. But I'm not seeing them move in any direction. I'm getting good cheer. Seems like they're easy to get along with right now. But the Two of Swords is telling me maybe one of the reasons that is because they don't really want to move forward on anything, but it feels kind of stagnant with the Two of Swords here. Usually that's like a decision that somebody's like don't want to. It's a decision where they're not a yes and they're not a no. They're just kind of like hanging out. And I feel like that's kind of how they are in this relationship right now. They don't know really what they want to do, so they're just kind of being cordial. It feels very kind of like, I get the Page of Cups. You love your partner. That's why you're in this relationship. But you're being spread thin. So I feel like even though you love them, life doesn't seem like it's that easy for you right now for some reason. If this is hitting with you, of course. Now, what's going on currently, and I feel one of the reasons you're having this Eight of Swords situations is when it comes to the relationship, you know what to expect from this relationship. You're fairly happy with it. And I feel like that's what's creating this Eight of Swords for you. You're feeling stuck dealing with this outside situation. You don't want to pull that into your main relationship here because you're happy with it, but you're feeling like if you did, that would disrupt the situation. Your partner, I'm noticing the Ten of Wands here, which is making me wonder if they know more than they're letting on about. They might know more than they're letting on about, but they're just kind of like letting it be. Again, I'm getting that Two of Swords, good cheer. They know something isn't quite on the ball, but they just rather not react to it. Either way, either good or bad. They're not reacting to it either way. But I'm noticing the stress here because they know something's not right. They just don't want to push the issue. Now, this is where we'll get into this outside issue. You got all these cards here. And these came out upside down, and I know that. I think they're all upside down. I think they are all upside down. This situation doesn't feel good. King of Swords upside down, Six of Pentacles upside down, Trust upside down, and Grace upside down. This is outside your relationship. This is something where there's bad communication. There could be rumors, gossip. There could be lies. People are more greedy. It's not really giving, it's more greedy. If there's a transfer of like something, anything, somebody's just going for what they want. It's about them. It's not about anybody else. It's not good. It's very manipulative. There's no trust. Again, the trust upside down, I feel like lies is what they're saying. And people just kind of manipulating things. The Grace reversed is also like a manipulation to me. It's not graceful. It's just people getting right in other people's faces and just trying to get what they want. This seems to be something you're dealing with on the outside of your relationship that's really stressing you. It's a very negative situation. It all came, like these two cards literally fell out as I was shuffling upside down, and I wanted to put them back in, and I wanted to actually, if I couldn't put them back in, I wanted to revert. Nope, they're like, nope, leave them the way they are. They are supposed to be. It's like, this is a situation that's bothering you. It's a bad situation. However that's actually happening, I feel like you know exactly what that is. If this reading is hitting with you, you know what it is. You know what your role is in that. And I don't feel like you really are enjoying that situation. It may be something that you're kind of like, almost like you're tied up into it. It's like you're stuck in it and you just don't know what to do to get out of it at this point. You have a lot of ideas about how to get out of it, but like an idea that you like, that's another thing. You might have a lot of thoughts about how to do that, how to get out of it, but one that you're happy about or you like or feel, I don't see that. This is really a problem. This is a problem. Because I'm getting your challenge card is the Knight of Swords. And it's connecting to this issue. Because it's affecting you to the part where it's literally affecting your relationship. And your challenge is like, do you want to bring this forward to your partner? Because it feels like you could use a little extra support here. But I feel like one of the reasons this is a challenge card is because you're not thinking they're going to be overly supportive. They may actually point out some shortcomings, and they might not help, like you need help getting out of this situation, but they might give you options that you know you're not going to be happy with. And it's kind of like, if I bring this forward, am I going from the frying pan into the fire? Or would I get the help I need? Could it be one of those things like ripping off the Band-Aid, like it's really uncomfortable at first, but maybe I could improve things afterwards? Like, would it make things better or not? And I don't feel like you're convinced it would make things better. I don't feel like you're sure that it wouldn't, but I don't feel like you're convinced it definitely would. And I feel like that's the problem. Like, I feel maybe, like, do you want to? I don't know if you really want to. It's going to depend on what you're dealing with. Because you may want to bring this forward and just kind of like let your partners say what they're seeing and what they think and how they feel about what they know about you. Because I feel like they're going to push it back on you a little bit, and you know that. They're going to say, well, what did you do here? What did you do there? They're going to push it back towards you like it's kind of your fault. I don't feel like you want that. But I feel like also with that, they'll push it back like, and this is what you can do to get out of that. And they may give you options, again, you don't really want, you don't really like, but it may be something that you, even though you don't like it, it will work, and you know it'll work. I feel like, I don't know, I get this weird feeling like they're going to push it back on you, like they're going to kind of put some of the blame on you. I don't know why, but I feel that. And it's not like they don't care. They have the Empress card spiritually. They do definitely care about you, but they tend to look at it in a 360 way is what I'm getting. They're going to try to like show you what you own of it. And I feel like that can be uncomfortable. They know you pretty well is what I'm getting. I mean, we all have good and bad points. There's no way around that. I don't know. I'm really getting that strong feeling that they're going to push it back on you. All right, it is what it is. It makes, I don't know, I feel kind of like, I feel bad about that because I feel like that's rough. I do feel like that's rough. Now, if you bring that forward, because I feel like that's where this reading is going, you bringing that forward. That's where this reading is going to go. So this reading probably, if it's been hitting this far, this is going to continue to hit if you bring that forward. If you're not going to bring it forward, I feel like you're just going to keep getting more of the same. Nothing's really going to change. But if you do bring it forward, your partner, again, I'm getting the Ten of Wands here, they seem very stressed about it. They don't like it. They don't like the situation. I feel like you know that's going to happen because it seems like to double here. They still don't like it. They're not liking it. They're not liking dealing with it. They're feeling like they have to help you. They do love you. They seem very displeased. I'm getting that again. They got the Three of Wands with the magical powers. They're going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you how you need to handle it. They will help you from a distance, but they won't get directly involved with it. That's what I'm feeling. And they'll support you where they can. They'll help you get ideas. They'll talk it out with you. I'm feeling like they don't want to be directly involved with whatever's going on. Because I'm getting like this distant feeling here. Like they're involved, they're helping you find a way out of it. The Three of Wands, getting out of a situation is kind of what I'm feeling, but I'm also feeling a distance here where they don't want to get too close. And they're telling you how they feel you should do this. Your response to this, I'm getting the Devil card with the Glamour. I feel like you're taking their advice, but you're also putting your own spin on it. You're really not happy with what they're telling you. I don't feel like you're really happy with your partner and what they've kind of said you need to do, because I do feel like they pushed it back on you. I don't feel like you're very happy about that, but you got the Glamour, you're going along with it, you're making them think you're taking their advice, and to a point you are, to a point. But I feel like you're not happy. I feel like you're changing it where you can, and I feel like you're doing what you can to work with the situation as they've handed it to you. You found some other angles you didn't see before, and you're making it work to your benefit the best you can. You're kind of trying to get through, you're trying to weave through the maze here, weave through the obstacles, if you will. The Devil card is just, I'm getting it's not a good moment. You're not happy about it. You're doing what you can. You're acting like you're happier than you actually are. I feel like you're actually annoyed with your partner for how they pushed it towards you. It's a rough moment. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. But I do feel like the Glamour on top of it is like, you're not making anything worse. You're kind of like choking it down is what I'm getting. Now, what helps you, even though this moment happens with the Devil card, being more optimistic, seeing things get better, going towards the better situation, feeling better about life. I just feel like things improve as they keep going, and just holding on to what's improving and keep going in that direction. I get the Fool card here is like some of this you're not going to believe, or not, I shouldn't say believe, but you're not going to see how it's really going to turn around. But as you keep stepping forward, keep making improvements, and your partner does, I feel like your partner is still involved in talking with you. They're still coaching you and like, here's how I would do it, here's what you should do. I feel like you're making steps forward, and some of these steps forward you're not really convinced they're going to work, but I'm getting you're seeing some results from these steps you don't think are going to work, but you're going forward with anyway. Just holding on to that and continuing that momentum should pull you out of this situation eventually. Your partner, what makes them happy or gets things going better for them or improves things for them, they're not expecting this to just turn around in a minute or even a month. I feel like it's going to take a while. They're seeing this stage by stage. They're seeing improvement stage by stage. I'm getting your relationship seems to be better as time goes on, because they're actually seeing where you're listening to them. They seem to get the point. I feel like they know you well enough that you're not just going to take what they say and just follow it by the letter. That's just unrealistic. But they are seeing you're following enough of what they're giving you to make improvement. They're seeing step by step you're improving things. You're putting your own spin on things. They're expecting that. They know you well enough that that's going to happen. But they're also seeing you're grasping enough of what they're saying to make it better, to improve things. And as things go farther, step by step, they're understanding, like, they're listening to you, or you're listening to them. You're listening to them, and you're making improvements, but you're also making sure that you put your own spin on it and put your own color on it to make sure that you're happy with what you're doing and you can live with what you're doing. It's going to take some time, but I feel like this is strengthening the relationship. I feel like they're starting to get a better handle about, they can tell you what they think, but it's up to you to do things your way. You know what I mean? There has to be a balance there. Yeah, they can give you their advice and tell you how they feel things should be done. But unless you're able to own it with your own color, your own flavor, it's just not going to work for you. And this is what's making this work out in a long-term way. You are absorbing what they're saying. You are taking it to heart what they're saying. You believe that they are honestly telling you what they think is right, but you definitely have to put your own spin on it and put your own color to it to make sure that this actually is something you can do and you can live with. Are we good? All right, I think that's good. Let's go forward and do Gemini singles. So I think we got through this one. Interesting read. I don't feel like that was that bad, mostly because if this reading hit with you, that situation already exists. So it's just giving you a heads up about what can make things better is what I feel like. I feel like it's more positive in that direction. I mean, these readings will not hit for everybody, granted, but for the people it did, I feel like that situation already exists. Now, what do we have for Gemini singles? What do we have for single Gemini? Empowering information to highlight something going on that maybe they could make better, or something that they could pull into their life that they would want and that would improve or add to their life in a way that they want it to. I do want the bottom card. Queen of Cups. Which, don't get caught up in the gender, but I'm getting like... I feel like there might be more than one interest here. We'll see. The Queen of Cups, I'm getting like a lot of fish in the sea feel, a lot of love here. I feel a lot of adoration from different sources. That just kind of popped out, whatever that's going to be. It's still face down. Wow! Well, we don't need all of these cards, people, but maybe leave this. Harmony, organization, and then there's these two on their side. Are we done? Yeah, I think we're at, well, we got grace at the bottom. Grace and best possible decision. So I feel like that's where this is going to end up. Grace and best possible decision. We got things flying out all over the place. The tarot cards came out nice insanely, but oracle cards didn't want to. Now, I feel like there's a few people around you. If this is hitting, you got the Three of Cups in your past. You got the Three of Pentacles where you're standing. Like, you have more than one option. I don't feel like anybody's really taking the lead. But I do see somebody feels like they have a missed opportunity. This might be significant because somebody feels like they got passed over. You're not giving somebody attention, then they feel like they would be a better match for you than some of these other people. And you're moving on from them. This is somebody you're moving on from. I feel like you have more than one suitor, more than one interest, whatever that's going to be, however that works. You're moving on from somebody and they feel like that's unfair because they're a better match than some of these other people around you. They just don't feel like they got a fair shake. I do feel like this person has been around you. It almost feels like they've been dogging at you a little bit. They just kind of are there. I don't feel like they're unbearable. I just feel like every now and then they try to get your attention. Every now and then they try to get you to go do something with them. I feel like you're kind of like, no, I don't feel like no, but thank you. I don't feel you going towards it. I just feel like it's with the King of Pentacles and this Seven of Swords, I feel like you're constantly saying, no, no, no. I just feel like it's normal. I just feel like it's the norm. This may be to the point where this person doesn't even like pop into your brain. If this reading, for some reason you're drawn to it, and right now you're thinking, I have no idea who that could be, but I do have a few suitors, a few interests, this may be for you because this person is not on your radar. You're not considering this person. It's just kind of when they pop around, they seem to try to get your attention, and your natural reaction is no. So that's going to be a hard one because I feel like if you're drawn to this and you're just like, I have no idea who that could be, this actually might be for you. Which I know that might seem weird, but hey. As we keep going forward, this person seems to be a little bit aggravated, I'm thinking. You got some hidden aspects, and you got harmony, and you got, what is this other one? Organization on its side. This person is pulling a curveball on you. They're coming forward. They got the Queen of Wands. They're really coming on strong. There's a curveball is what I'm getting here. And I feel with the Queen of Cups, you're kind of, I feel like they're getting your attention. They're definitely getting your attention. But that doesn't mean you're going to go for this. You might. You're considering it because they got your attention. I don't feel, I don't know if it was good or bad, to tell you the truth. They got your attention, though. It's a curveball. They're coming back in. They're saying, hey, I'm in this game. I want to be considered. I want you to spend some time with me. Give me a shot. Whoever this person, they're coming. It's in the future. They're snapping in. They're like, hey, I want a shot here. Just hang out with me and let's see if this is going to work. Side, like a curveball. You're not seeing it coming. Harmony's on its side. Organization's on its side. They're not completely rude, but they're not completely, like, they're a little bit over, they're crossing the line slightly. They're pushing it. They're pushing their luck. Let's put it that way. It's not what you're expecting. The organization on its side is telling me it's not completely out of character for this person, but you're not expecting it. There we go. So they come toward you. Hey, don't ignore me. 2 more cards on their side. Beauty and Mermaid Magic Seduction. You're not sold on this one. Even though they're getting your attention, even though they're this curveball, which you do like that. It's stimulating, like, oh, I didn't see that. Well, I'll consider this. The two of these together, I know what this traditional card is supposed to, I know what this card's supposed to mean according to the book or whatever, but I'm feeling, literally, you don't know how attracted you really are. It's kind of like, I don't know if I really am into this person. I don't really know if I am. Like, it's kind of like, I guess it's possible, but I'm not really attracted right off the bat here. I'm just not feeling it. But you're kind of like, I do like this little shocker sideways. I do think that's a little bit stimulating. Like, I didn't see that. That got me attention. I don't know. This is face down. Because this person, they came out of left field. You got the 8 of Wands, and it's here in your thoughts. You just feel this came out of nowhere. To me, that's what that's saying. You're like, this came out of nowhere. You weren't really considering this person. You didn't take them as a serious idea. Came out of nowhere to you. Face down, you have success. Success is possible with this one. It is. I feel like you have to invest a little bit more. Get to know this person a little bit more. They are a bit regimented. Not regimented. What do I want to say? They might be a little bit... I'm getting like a rock feel here. I'm getting like a very stagnant, like they're a little bit too predictable for what you usually are into. I feel like their stability is not bad, but if something is just the same thing over and over and over and over again and too predictable, I don't feel like that works for you. That could be typical Gemini type feel, so it's different for everybody. But whatever it is, I feel like whatever this person is, that doesn't typically work for you. But there is success possible here, because I feel like there's enough spontaneity in certain areas that it could work. It's just like when it comes to finances or daily life, I feel like that's the same humdrum, blah, 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 finances and daily life. But there's another side to this person that's a little bit more fun, a little bit more colorful, a little bit more playful, but it may be something you have to like get a little bit deeper into the layers before you find it, and you might find them a little bit more exciting than you're expecting. But this is something they keep more reserved. They don't share with everybody. Where that's going, you gotta discover for yourself and decide if that's okay. Because I feel like that could be a bit spicy, just so you know. The Hermit card is coming after this. It's gonna take you a while to really get to know this person. There is possible success here, but it's gonna be a wait. It's gonna take some time. I feel like this is one of those interesting little mystery puzzles in the sense of like, as you get to know this person, if you really give this person a chance, you're going to start getting these little clues that there's something else here. There's a little spice. Something's a little spicy with this person, and you're going to get the clues here and there. I feel like they'll say curious things every now and then that make you wonder. And the more you dig it up and the more you discover what's really there, if you can just get to that spice, I feel like that could make all the world of difference. It's going to take some time, though. They're not going to give it up easily. It's going to take some grace. You're going to have to give them time. You're going to have to give it a chance. But they're also saying here, the best possible decision at the bottom, which I think I showed that in the beginning, this could be a better match than you're expecting. It's just going to take a good amount of time to unearth it. But it could work out for you. I feel like that's good. again, for the people watching this, if you're drawn to this reading in the very beginning, you're like, I have no idea who this person is, this is probably for you, because when this person pops out of the blue, like this curveball, that's the whole point. You're not taking them as a serious consideration until they get right in your face and they're like, hey, I want a shot here. Pushing their luck, but that's how it goes. All right, I think we're good. I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.